Hey, Jason Geiman here with PressureWashShop.com. I'm going to just show you today of how I'm going to run my fuel line for here, but I don't like the way these Predators put the fuel here. The ones I've had, if they got any little bit of weight off there, it eventually will break this off here. It bends this down and gives you an issue. So what I'm going to do is I actually went and got another filter, and I'm going to run a line all the way down to the fuel pump, and I'll run this out, and we will hook that in here. So that's what this video is going to be all about that. So the first thing we need to do is we got to unhook unscrew these here, and to get this off, we actually need to loosen the top up here so that this way this will come out, and it just pops out. Keep everything in place. I can get it back on, and then I need to actually, I'm not going to be able to get in there, so I'm going to actually have to take this front off. Hang on, now I need to take this front off right here, so I got to take these bolts out right here. Hang on. Again, we're going to take these all off, and that's going to pull this front case off. And then the next thing I need to do is we got to take off these two top bolts right here, one on each side. Let's see, do I got to take it all the way? I don't think I got to take it all the way off. I just got to loosen it. Maybe I do got to take it all the way off. We got to take this off. Just got to take everything off. Pop that up. Pull these two screws out here because they're going down into the piece here. All right, I'm going to take the top piece off here, off the carburetor. Pull this up. That filter housing goes in there. Got a little line over here for our suction here. See if I can get this off of this right here. Pop the filter out of there. Spin this backwards. You can see if I'm right in here into the carburetor now. So I'm going to change out this whole line right here. So this is the line coming in from that right there. So I'm going to need to pull this line off right here. We can take a pair of channel locks. Let's see, does this come out of there at all, or will I put it in too close? All right, so we're going to get that all the way out. And then that way I can pull this right here like so. And I'm going to pull this off right here. Back this up. Then I'm going to pull this here because I'm getting a new line on it. And this right here is our fuel pump. This is, if we need to change this fuel pump out, this right here is how we change that fuel pump out. What we need to do is you take this one bolt off here, this whole thing will come out, and you can put the fuel pump on. That is for the Honda GX, and it's a better fuel pump that it won't have problem. So again, I'm going to just route my line down through here like so. Try not to knock everything off. Wrap it down here like so, and get it right in here like so. So I'm going to use this good clamp right here. Alright, I'm going to tighten this up. Make sure it's good and tight. Again, we don't want to get Hercules on this or it will break stuff. But we want to make sure it's tight enough that it's not going to suck air. Because if it sucks air, then we have a whole nother issue. So you can see it's nice and tight on there. I'm I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this up right here. So it'll be right where I want it at. Tighten these back down. Then we got to get our piece right here back on. Get it up through here. Kind of gotta work it to get it up in there. Try not to break it. That always sucks when you break your stuff. Like there we go. And then we're gonna go ahead and this goes up underneath here. So we gotta get everything where we need it. Get the bolt started on there. These bolts go underneath the bolt heads there. So we gotta get it in there. Get our bolt holes, there we go. And you kind of just gotta work it in there. Is that underneath this plastic piece here? No, it's not.
Oh, not this part right here?
No, wait a minute. There's a washer that's got to come up.
Above it, right?
Yep. And you can see this is a pain in the neck. There we go. Then we can tighten those up. Tighten that up like so. You're going to tighten that side up. We're going to put our nuts back on here. Back this up a little bit just so you can keep seeing. Yep. We'll put these back on here like so. Put this one on. And what do I do with that other one? I dropped one of these ones here. I don't know where it went to. Put these on down here. I think it dropped on the trailer somewhere. Oh, there it is. I found it. And yes, Jason drops stuff too. So I know a lot of people say they watch me because I'm actually real and have issues too. So that's why I film this stuff the way I film it. So everybody gets to know that it ain't as easy as you think it is. See, at least 10 mil or 8 mil. Again, we don't want to get killer tight on these. Just snug them up. All right, this one here tight. Yep. All right, once we get that all tight, the next thing we need to do is go ahead and, oh crap, where'd that go at? All right, so this here just goes right down through here, goes in through that hole right there. And then we're gonna put our line back on here. That goes right down in there like so. Tighten these up. Get my wrench that I lost. Here it is. My socket. Tighten these up. Make sure that these here are lined up, which they are. Again, we're not getting crazy tight on these. We just want them snugged up. And this way, I don't really like that filter because even if we're out in the field and we're having issues with that filter, you can see how much trouble we'd have to go through to get that out. So this is why I like going this route versus the other way. It just makes things a lot better, especially working out in the field. Makes it a lot easier. I'm going to go ahead and put our filter back on. This here goes on top. Hold that all down on there like so. And then we need to get, where's my 2 screws at? Right here. And they go in right here like so. And we screw that back down in there like so. Maybe. There we go. And like I say, this way out in the field, if something goes wrong with our fuel filter, we can see if it's got water in it. We can see, you can see here, we can see that it's got water in it, the whole 9 yards. And that's why I like that filter versus the other way of the filter that was on there before, because I can't see down in that pump and all that kind of stuff. And again, this is everything you would have to do too to replace this fuel filter, doing the exact same thing I'm doing right here right now. So again, this will just pop on there like so. We want to go ahead and put this on there first. Make sure that it's got little tabs. The little tabs go down in these little holes right here. That goes on there. That goes like so. goes like bam. This big nut goes on here. Tighten these up. And this is how you make this work. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and cut this line. Now, I like to leave a little bit out here. I actually like to have this down a little ways versus way up. So I got me some handy dandy Leatherman scissors here. Cut my fuel line there. Again, I got me a fuel line. Remember that these fuel lines do have a direction on them. You can see on the bottom it has an arrow, so the fuel's got to come in that way and go out this way. I'll put me a little hose clamp on there. Slide it up on there as far as I can. I can actually get it up on that 5/16 a little bit and tighten it up. Now I have a nice hose line that is not going to be out of the way for that. This is a way that we can have this filter here out, not all up into here, and we can't see it. And like I say, I've had these fuel filters on the very end of those other ones, they'll bend over and that'll give you some issues. So I just wanted to show you how to put this fuel filter on and everything. So if you'd like to learn more about this pressure washing trailer, check this playlist right here, and YouTube will tell you what they think you should watch right here. I'll see you in either one of those videos next though.